Adding to Kit's emotional strain was the intense scrutiny of the media. The final season of Game of Thrones received mixed reviews, particularly from a vocal portion of the fanbase. Criticism and controversy surrounding the conclusion of Jon Snow's storyline and the series as a whole intensified the pressure on Kit. Every interview, appearance, and comment he made was dissected. Social media commentary ranged from praise to outright hostility. This created a toxic feedback loop. Kit, naturally introspective, internalized much of this criticism, questioning his performance and even his own value as an actor. The weight of external judgment, combined with the personal emptiness of leaving a long-term role, created a perfect storm that pushed Kit toward an emotional breaking point. Reports indicate that Kit Harington's emotional collapse reached its peak in the months following the series finale. He experienced episodes of depression, anxiety, and severe stress. Friends and family noted that he was struggling to maintain even basic routines, feeling overwhelmed by the sudden change in his life. Kit later acknowledged in interviews that he reached a point where he felt completely unmoored. He described waking up each day with a sense of dread, unable to focus, and questioning his purpose. The emotional intensity of the show, combined with the abrupt ending, had left him vulnerable. It's important to recognize that this kind of struggle is not uncommon for actors who leave long-term roles. The sudden loss of routine, identity, and professional purpose can trigger deep emotional responses. In Kit's case, it was amplified by global fame and fan expectations. Fortunately, Kit Harington sought professional help. He entered therapy to address the anxiety and depression that had been building for years, particularly the strain caused by leaving Game of Thrones. Therapy provided Kit with tools to manage stress, rebuild his sense of identity, and process the emotional fallout of leaving the show. Friends report that he began to regain confidence, reestablish personal routines, and reconnect with loved ones. Kit has since been open about the importance of mental health support, using his experience to destigmatize therapy, especially for men in high-pressure careers. His honesty has inspired others facing similar struggles to seek help without shame or fear. During this period, Kit also focused on rebuilding his personal life. He reportedly spent more time with family, cultivated friendships outside the industry, and explored new interests. This helped him regain a sense of grounding and purpose that had been missing since leaving the show. In interviews, Kit reflected on the importance of separating his identity from Jon Snow. "I had spent so long being Jon," he said. "I needed to rediscover Kit." This process was not instant. It took months of therapy, reflection, and intentional life choices to regain emotional stability. But gradually, Kit emerged from this dark period with a renewed sense of self and a deeper understanding of his own resilience. Leaving Game of Thrones also posed professional challenges. Kit had to navigate a career where his defining role loomed large. Casting directors, producers, and fans often associated him almost exclusively with Jon Snow, making it difficult to establish new projects and identities. This professional uncertainty compounded Kit's emotional stress. It wasn't just about losing a role. It was about rebuilding a career, managing expectations, and finding work that would allow him to step out of Jon Snow's shadow. Despite these obstacles, Kit gradually embraced new projects in theater, film, and television, carefully selecting roles that challenged him and helped him grow as an actor. Kit Harington eventually went public about his struggles, both to raise awareness and to share his story with fans. He spoke candidly about his emotional collapse, the pressures of fame, and the importance of therapy. His honesty resonated widely. Fans, fellow actors, and mental health advocates praised him for destigmatizing the conversation around emotional health in the entertainment industry. Kit became an example of resilience, showing that even those who seem strong and composed on screen can face deep personal struggles behind the scenes. He has emphasized that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but of strength, an important message for millions who watch his journey unfold, both on and off screen. Part of what made Kit Harington's post-show struggle so intense was the profound connection between actor and character. Jon Snow wasn't just a role. He was a companion through adolescence and early adulthood. The highs and lows, the victories and losses, were deeply intertwined with Kit's own personal growth. Losing that anchor created a void that was difficult to fill. Kit has said that in some ways, processing Jon Snow's story helped him process his own emotions. By reflecting on Jon's resilience, moral dilemmas, and leadership, Kit began to navigate his own journey with renewed insight. This connection illustrates the unique challenges faced by actors in long-running series, where personal identity and character identity often merge. Kit Harington's emotional collapse is a powerful reminder of the pressures inherent in fame, long-term roles, and high-stakes storytelling. His experience teaches us several key lessons. 1. Identity is fluid. Even when a character dominates your life, it's essential to separate your own identity from your role. 2. Seeking help is strength. Therapy and support networks can be life-saving. 3. Public perception isn't everything. Critics and fan opinions are external. They don't define personal worth. 4. Recovery takes time. Emotional healing is a process, not a single event. Kit's journey demonstrates resilience, courage, and the power of self-care in navigating extreme life changes. Today, Kit Harington has reclaimed his career and personal life. He has taken on challenging roles, including theater and film, showcasing his versatility and talent beyond Jon Snow. In interviews, Kit reflects on the lessons learned, the importance of mental health, and the value of meaningful work and relationships. Friends describe him as more grounded, thoughtful, and intentional in his choices. His experience serves as a beacon for actors and fans alike, proof that even after the collapse, recovery, growth, and fulfillment are possible. Kit Harington's journey after Game of Thrones is a story of vulnerability, struggle, and resilience. It reminds us that behind the epic battles and heroic journeys of television, real people face real challenges. The emotional collapse he endured was not a sign of weakness. It was a human response to change, loss, and the end of an era. Through therapy, self-reflection, and support, Kit not only survived but emerged stronger and wiser. The story behind Jon Snow's actor is a testament to courage, honesty, and the enduring power of healing. And it's a story that, like Game of Thrones itself, will be remembered for generations. Not just for the drama on screen, but for the very real human drama behind it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for full breakdowns of trailers, cast interviews, behind the scenes, and deep dives into every episode of King's Road. Until then, remember, in Westeros, even the smallest step can echo